Previously on Danganronpa.
When you first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people, right? I think that first meeting may have led a little misunderstanding among you all.
A misunderstanding? Are you saying?
In other words,
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of
yes,
you.
indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
Alright, guys. I like this song. Alright, so we have that wooden key. We're now here in the dojo with Byakuya. Let's see. Hurry up and check the locker. I have to sneeze already. Apologies, I got a little bit of a cold, so that's what we're here for after all. Okay, I'll check the locker. I think it was number 6, right?
There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right?
Should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it.
Oh, okay. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click! The locker eagerly accepted the key and opened it.
What's with all the arrows?
There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total.
They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks.
Strong sticks?
Titanium arrows have been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook.
Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for.
It's got blood on it.
Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. I don't know why I said that with that voice.
But how could it possibly be involved?
Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
I think that's all the locker has to offer for now.
For now. It might have more in there later on, who knows?
Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps...
Byakuya?
Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location.
Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir.
Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Makuru was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that?
The records room. And the... Oh my god. Makoto, you idiot. I'm starting to side with Byakuya now.
Isn't it obvious?
Where in the school would you go to do research on something?
Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info on the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Into the archive. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here.
Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand. It went straight to a shelf in the back.
Ah, here we go.
He quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. Oh, right. She's got the wolf. Yeah. Yeah.
I have no idea what it says. What language is this?
How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I didn't.
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over.
100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme?
Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they've acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension between the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it?
This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality.
Keeps talking about alternate realities and stuff. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality, these people are a part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it so exciting.
Exciting? Definitely isn't the word I would use.
So did anything jump out to you that may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir?
Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right?
That's right, it said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean?
Makoto Ikusaba's profile has been updated to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Is that the end of the... Is that the end of it? The investigation? Well, so I'm not sure if I actually said this. So I mean, I would feel like that would... Kyoko is more likely the killer than the dead, the body, the victim. And it's possible that Makoto Ikusuba is the dead one. Possibly. I don't know. It's also possible that that's like somehow a... Because there's no blood. That was somehow... Nah, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's definitely not. I was like, it's possible it could be just... It could be a decoy, a dummy.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come.
All we could do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
It would seem that way. Let's go.
All right.
This is going to be a little bit different.
Whoa! Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point?
Makoto, right high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you?
What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second.
Any second.
Yeah, so normally, like, this is like towards the end of an episode. We're at the very beginning of one, you guys. This is gonna be interesting.
He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for a full 5 minutes, waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10?
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again.
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Oh, here he is.
Or what?
Jesus!
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
Whoa, what are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange punishment right now.
Man, if it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
hey,
Kyoko! The music drops. I'm here, and no rules have been broken.
Kyoko!
Kyoko, you're still alive!
No, it's a ghost! Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. We need to save some of that fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, I'll send your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really did die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die.
Thank God! I'm so glad you're okay!
Perhaps, but it's not necessarily a good thing for us.
Huh? He's right! Now we gotta deal with the ghost! I told you to stop talking!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial.
Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped onto the elevator. Master! Wait for me!
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we took too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
The second
That's
floor?
right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then,
When did you find out?
So,
just now, I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to the trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late?
however,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting.
But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's... the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What?
Kyoko's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Just a second.
Hey! What are you two doing? Hurry up, before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation,
It would seem
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
goodbye.
Well, if that's all,
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way onto the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right?
I mean, she's prime suspect, man. She's been gone this entire time.
Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word.
Well, in that dusky darkness.
We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Ugh.
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. Time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Chills! Chills! Kills!
Let's get on with the show.
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial.
Yeah, let's go ahead and save. Alright. So, we consider skills. Let's do that first. Memories float back. Kyoko's gone. A mysterious mass body appears. The threads holding them all together, begin to spin and twine into one. Alright, so I think we have Envious Influence. Increases the influence gauge by 5. Effective during the class trial. Costs 4 SP. Oh, I only have 3 SP, guys. Oh, no. Oh. Do I really need the influence gauge? I feel like I need everything I can for that. Maybe I don't necessarily need this, the Lost in Thought. We'll take that instead. Right? Can't do both. So that's not how math works. Let's try that. Alright, let's go over the truth bullets, you guys. Alright, so Monokuma number 5. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim has been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but those were at least several days old. So if everyone's getting hit in the head. My guess is they were hit in the head with one of the arrows, or with arrows. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet, with the bottom half remaining dry. I didn't think that was that weird. I don't know why Makoto thought it was weird, but I have a feeling that's going to be some weird thing later on. So I'm going to be like, why is this even a thing? The body was wearing notably long fake nails. The body had a tattoo of a dog on the back of the right hand, which is Fenrir. There were bits of charred debris near the body, which was the bomb. It's hard to imagine these two events unrelated. The sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30. At this time, it's impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed that the body had been in the garden before 7:30. It would have gotten wet. 7 a.m. Makoto wakes up to the morning announcement. 7:30, Makoto and Aoi arrive in the dining hall. 7:30 to 9 a.m., Makoto meets the others in the gym, and together they head to the headmaster's room. At 9 a.m., Toko is told to find the pickaxe in the garden, where she discovers the body. The knife found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab it before the explosion. It is also the same knife that Toko had given to Makoto for safekeeping, and the knife the masked assailant was holding when they attacked Makoto. The tarp was hidden among the other items in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime, and the other was completely clean and dry. The number of chickens in the chicken coop has decreased from 5 to 4. Yoshiro claims that, or Hiro claims that there were, without a doubt, 5 chickens before nighttime. And yet, so it's possible, here's the thing, it's possible this death was faked. This person's not actually dead. The blood used is the blood of the chicken. Because there's no blood underneath, right? So it's possible that I'm right, that that was a dummy. And then to not discover the fact that it was a dummy, it was blown up. Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say, is it possible that he's used someone else's dead body? But I'm like trying to think, like who could have been like used? Who would have like, I don't know, fake nails? I don't know. Like, but I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. Because like these kids like probably won't kill each other. So like, how do you continue this killing game? You like fake a death. All right. Anyway. So that's why I was like, there's a chicken missing. So like why would a chicken be missing? It's like, well, if you need blood, I guess. I don't know. Were there bags of blood though in the nurse's office? Weren't there bags of blood in the nurse's office? So maybe, yeah, maybe not. Byakuya stated that there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night, so it could be assumed that the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Byakuya said also said that there was no corpse though, okay, and that Toko and Aoi were in the gym the entire night. None of them were at any point. The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were bloodstains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body, which means it was killed somewhere and then dropped there, if that is indeed the case. Mokuro Ikasaba, female, known as the Ultimate Soldier. She became obsessed with the military from a young age. She disappeared while on vacation in Europe and reappeared in Japan 3 years later. Apparently, every member of Fenrir gets a tattoo somewhere on their body to represent their membership in the group, which she has on the hand. It was also possible this is all planted by Monokuma. Apparently, the killing game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mokuro Ikasaba was the 16th student. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she does not want anyone to see. And that's going to be important. I forgot about that one. This wood lock decoration was found in Kyoko's room. It looks like it's actually used as the key to one of the lockers of the dojo. So that titanium arrows are found in the dojo locker. There appears to be 10 in total. Along with the arrows, there was also a wadded up ball of duct tape in the locker. The duct tape that traces of blood on it assumed that this is related to the case, but nobody can imagine how. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, whichever that is, which grants access to any room in the school to sneak into the second floor of the dorms. This seems to have no monitors or security cameras. All right. Let's go. We can at least get this started. Class trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Oh my god.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
Yeah, well, for starters, her face isn't charred. One important trait that Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Blazing glare. Kyoko's gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
I mean, that's likely.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way the corpse was Kyoko, but if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to...
Tattoo. We can go with tattoo or fake nails, right?
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Prove she's not
The
a
dead
ghost.
body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I know that body isn't Kyoko, and I know I can prove it.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
We're talking about gloves, though.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
What?
Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. It makes me think something weird is going on.
Shoot.
And you think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
That
I guess it's...
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
What? What's wrong? Did I say something weird?
Shoot.
Yes, you did. I mean, the contradiction is the fact that...
Kyoko
Okay.
there is just a ghost. That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
It is. It is stupid, stupid. Stupid, stupid.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that
I mean,
corpse is
okay, exploded body
absolutely
analysis, I
Kyoko.
guess I could use.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
It is. Alright.
dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely joke.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
I don't know. I don't know.
Shoot!
This is giving me such a hard time.
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
We did so well last case.
Okay.
We'll do fake nails.
Prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
What? Alright, we'll try the other one then.
Shoot!
Shoot!
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Oh my god, finally. Finally.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
Okay, so real quick, just because someone's wearing fake nails doesn't mean they can't be wearing gloves. This is, not only is this whole like ghost thing kind of stupid to begin with, sorry. But like this argument is also stupid. You can wear gloves if you have fake nails on. People grow their nails out. They wear gloves. Like, this is like a dumb argument.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right?
The fact that, like, the corpse, the way it was, like, the description of it, everyone's seeing it, like, there's a ton of other arguments you could use besides the fact that she was, because, like, you have, like, more than one eyewitness that can just say, no, she was not wearing the gloves prior to the explosion.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which
my
should
God.
have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Yeah, I'm with Byakuya on this one. I know him and I have been at odds, but, like, jeez, man.
Okay, so then, who's the real
What a waste
victim?
of time.
First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Agreed. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. And we're gonna do that next episode. We're gonna do that next episode. My goodness. My goodness. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon. Stop by Premiere Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 2 p.m. EDT right here for more Danganronpa content. Until next time, go forth the rest of your day, make it a good one, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.